Thank you, sister. I really want to. My name is Chris Praise. I want to appreciate God for what He has done in my life, using our father here, Pastor Leo, and the entire church. 3 months ago, we had a program here, and the pastor that came, prayed for salt. I don't know how many of you persons were around that day. He prayed for salt, so we should go and use it, and instruct us on what to do with the salt. So I took the salt home. So when I got home, my wife saw the salt. He said, baby, bring that salt, more carry cook, so that everything will go. I was like, no, there is salt there. Use the one. They said, no, he wants the one that come from the church here. I was like, don't worry, let the salt be there. So I kept the salt. So one of the nights, one of the days, she went to the hospital. They now told her that she should come and book for operation. That the baby refused to turn at month 8. The baby supposed to turn, but at month 8, the baby was still with the leg. So she should come and book for operation. So I was like, if it's operation, then I'm going to empty my account. Let me have 0 in my account so that I'm not going to do the operation. So she was like, no, let's I said, I'm not going to do any operation by the special grace of God. So we took it like that. So she went back to school. Within the week she went to school, they called me from school that she was rushed to the hospital. She was bleeding, that terminal miscarriage. So I went there to the hospital. I now took that salt which the pastor prayed, and I applied it in a glass of water. I gave it to her, and the baby turned immediately to the position and went back to the position which she was before. I was like, when the baby turned, she called me, said, the baby has turned up. I said, yes, don't worry, the baby is active. She will deliver it. So that very day, after the hospital clinical bills, we finished everything. They said she has to be on bed rest till she put to bed. I was like, bed rest, kid. So I have to be running here, doing this. I was like, it is well. So one of these days we came for a program here. So when we finished from the program, Pastor did not tell me that my wife is going to put to bed. He did not tell me that they are going to operate her. So, and he was praying for other pregnant women. So I was like, maybe my time never reached. So when I got home, within that week, she was not at home. She was with the mother. They now called me that labor has started. I said, all right, no problem. Let's go to the hospital. So I now threw a call down to the hospital where she was to be. I told them that my wife is coming. Please, they should assist me while I'll rush down. So when I got there, she now said, hey, Alpha, I should go and book for the operation. I should book for the operation. And I said, no, I serve God and I have Pastor Leo. So if there was operation, this man would have told me that very day I came. So I don't think there's any operation. So he now said, call Pastor Leo before we go. I said, don't worry, Pastor Leo is with me, just relax. So at that process, when they took her to the labor room, I now remember, I said, okay, let me call Pastor Leo at this junction now, and let me see what happened. I now threw a call to him, and I said, Daddy, and I said, Bagri, I said, sir, this is what is on ground. He laughed. He said, don't worry, if there is an operation, I would have told you last week when you came, and I would have prayed for water for you. I didn't see any operation. Don't worry. He said, what is it by your time? I said, sir, this is to 2. And I said, to 2. Check it, 25 to 30 minutes, your wife will deliver. And I said, Daddy, he said, don't worry, call me back. And he got his call. I said, okay, let me wait. I marked the time. I start counting. Instead of me to pray, I was busy counting the time. So my mother-in-law was sitting, watching. She was praying. I left her because she was like distracted. I had to go and sit somewhere. I was calculating the 25 minutes. 25 minutes time, Pastor Leo called himself. He said, how far? I said, sir, I yet to. Immediately I was just receiving his call. They called me from the labor room that my wife has put to bed. I was like, she has put to bed. They said, yes. I said, that she has put to bed. And now she said, which sex? And I said, that I don't know. He said, don't worry. It's a prophetess. I shouldn't worry. And I said, Film here? I said yes. Well, what scan is saying is, he said don't worry, just worry. I said okay. I went back. I said let me wait. He said once you get it, call me back. I said okay sir. So in a few minutes, and I called me back. I should come to see my baby. I went to see the baby, and she was there. So
to God be the glory. My wife put to bed in 25 minutes without much labor, without much stress. She was like, never. They spent 3 hours, 4 hours, just 25 minutes. She wants to pull and she pull a baby. Is it so simple like this? And I say it's not so simple. No. It's just because of the grace of Daddy that is covering us. And that is why it was very simple like this. I give all the glory, and He has been with me all this while.